Last time on Cursebreaker. We found Dor in a refugee camp, and though he was pretty shaken, we think he's happy to be alive. We found an entrance into the mountains where Idris told us to look for Vikshi the Red Dragon. This place is booby-trapped like the Dickens, and Snakk is doing his best to lead us as true kobolds. Hopefully we're through the worst of it. We've suffered plenty, but we're seeing signs of life. It seems we found an old friend of Snakk's. The exact moment we left off on, you were all moving through an area known as the Dead Flush, full of smelly old kobold bones, other detritus and refuse from Snakk's den.
Tim, is there poo-poo?
Yeah.
Ew.
Well,
That's so gross.
you made me say it. You made me bring that into reality.
Is there poo-poo?
There is now. Until now, it was Schrodinger's poo-poo.
Okay. Episode title.
We already got it in the first 10 seconds. You're all kind of huddled out of the water and the poo-poo near this plateau that rises high and dry out of the Dead Flush. Leaning over this plateau, looking over the edge down at you, is another kobold. This one has a almost shiny, kind of grayish belly, and it's got some broken teeth and picked off scales. But it's staring down at you, and when it locks eyes with Snakk, it just says, "Small Snakk."
Holly's gonna throw her dagger at its belly
Wow.
Why?
because she's trying to be a kobold.
Okay, make an attack.
Holly got a 12.
Okay, this kobold just kind of like yoinks its face back from the edge really quick and says, "You've made friends."
Because she missed.
Yes. Hi, Graygut. And Snakk slithers behind Uli.
Who looks as menacing as a kobold as possible?
A clawed hand reaches over the plateau and just kind of like shakes and does like, they like cross over each other like a no more kind of thing. You see Graygut very cautiously peer over the edge again and look down at you, except it's looking right at Holly. And it says, "Balak, we did not expect you to find your way back. We thought you were dead."
Yes, I,
He kind of like looks like over like where Uli is, and he's like seeing double now. Holly and Snakk look exactly the same by Holly's intention.
Oh.
They were disguised to... Holly matched Snakk as closely as possible. Graygut seems confused as to who's actually who here.
Yes, quite lucky. Snakk survived.
He kind of moves around on the plateau to get a better angle on you. He says, "How? There are two of you. How?"
I would move in front of Snakk.
Yeah, okay.
Holly's gonna try to find a way up on the plateau.
Yeah, you see there's actually a just tattered piece of cloth that would probably support your weight. It seems that's how Graygut's been getting up and down.
Okay, I'm gonna climb up.
Okay. Give me an athletics check to climb that. And are you trying to do it without being noticed?
Yes.
Give me stealth, then athletics.
Stealth first?
Yep.
Ooh, good.
It's all right. Take disadvantage on stealth. You're like in conversation with this guy when this happens.
Shoot. 6.
There it is. All right. And then give me an athletics on top of that.
Okay. I got an 18.
Okay. So you actually are able to climb the cloth pretty rapidly. You feel it like tearing as you're climbing, but you're able to get your fingers up on the edge of the plateau. However, Graygut noticed you the entire time and was just kind of waiting for you to get to the top. He has your dagger that you threw up there, and he is just kind of like pointing it like straight down at your fingers, like on the edge. And he says, "Balak, how are you so big?"
I'm not Block. My name is Snatch. And then Holly's going to sit back and her broom is going to catch her butt from the edge of the cliff. And she's going to zoom up on her broom around. And she's going to cackle in the sky above the plateau.
Does 21 hit you?
I don't think you have to look that up.
I'm pretty sure, yes.
Yeah, it hits me.
Okay. You are struck for 1 piercing damage as Graygut throws the dagger back at you. The rest of you, Graygut like gets right up to the edge of the cliff and he says, "What is this? You've come to destroy the rest of us? Is this vengeance?"
I think we should all leave. We shouldn't be here. It's not safe. Graygut, I am glad you are well, and we will leave these caverns. You clearly own them.
There is no forward. This is the end, Snakk. I'm all that's left.
Not very scary.
Snakk, are we gonna have to fight this guy?
No, we can leave. We don't need to be here. There's probably another way.
Snakk, he's insulting you. You're gonna take that?
We don't need to fight.
Uli, a little pebble like lands at your feet that Graygut lazily lobbed off the plateau. And he says, "Snakk, where's Mommy? Where's Mommy to protect you? Where's Mommy to save you from the arena, Snakk?"
All right, that's it. I pick up the rock and I whip it at him.
Okay, make an attack.
I try to stop Uli.
Okay, make an attack with disadvantage, Uli.
16.
Yeah, that smacks him.
Snakk, what are you doing? Let go.
Uli, we can leave. We don't need to do this. I think we should go. There's probably another way to find the dragon.
Are you scared of this guy, Snakk?
Yeah, don't let this imbecile torture you.
Small Snakk runs away.
I don't like this guy.
Snakk, who is him to you? You are much more powerful.
I don't think we should be here. Graygut, can we depart? Leave this place.
Snakk, it seems you made some brave friends, braver than you, Small Snakk.
He's the bravest of all of us.
Graygut starts like descending that tattered cloth and comes down to where you guys are and like walks like into your group, like right up to Snakk.
Can I see what's on the plateau now that I'm flying around?
Yeah, looking up there, there's actually like a framed like stone doorway. It looks like there's a small temple or shrine up there that he's been living in.
And it just looks like him living there?
Yeah, he's the only kobold up there.
Also, I don't know if it was a perspective thing when you were up on that plateau, but Snakk is a lot bigger now.
He looks up at you and he says, he kind of like is on all fours and then rises to about your height, Bert. And he just says, "Cowards are cowards." And he looks at Snakk and says, "Small Snakk." And he like whips out a claw to like antagonize you.
I jump out of the way and hide behind Uli's more.
He just cackles. And he starts like slapping a puddle and just like causing a big ruckus. And he says, "Small Snakk."
Oh my god.
Seriously, what's with this guy?
I do not like him.
Tibio waddles up and says, "You are very rude, kobold. How dare you?" And I cast Vicious Mockery. He has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. That's a natural 20.
Oh, he's so wisdomy.
Damn, okay.
He looks at you and he says, "Rude, what is rude?" And he goes,
Ew.
That is rude. Very rude. And I kick the bones on the ground.
okay. He like picks up like a handful of sewer poo-poo and just like throws it in Snack's face.
Do I make a dex save or does
he's
it just
Go
behind
ahead,
me.
please, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. Uli, let's have you make a dex save, Uli.
19.
Wow.
Okay, yeah.
Uli moves, but then it hits Zach.
Well, no, I think, Uli, you step right in front of it, and you just get, like, a line of, like, sewer poo, like, from your toes to your neck, just in an arc up your body.
You shouldn't have done that. And then I'm just gonna pop him in the face with a unarmed strike.
Okay, make an attack on him.
Okay. I crit.
All right.
Okay.
9
Okay.
punch.
You punch this real kobold square between the eyes, and you just hear a wet slap as it lands in a pile of sewer poo and is out cold.
And I'm like shaking my hand.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Uli.
I don't like people who are rude to my friends.
Who was that Snack?
Snakk, what is going on?
Yeah.
right after that, I'm going to Misty step over to Graygut,
Okay.
and I'm going to take out a dagger, and I'm going to stab him.
Oh no!
Snakk, what are you doing?
And I stab him again.
Okay.
Snack.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you see Snakk regress just a little bit as there's the second he hits the ground, Snakk kind of is on top of him.
Can I try and pull him off?
You can try. Yeah, let's do a contested grapple if you're going to fight it, Snakk.
Small Graygut, so weak.
13.
You beat me.
Okay.
Yeah, Snakk, you get another couple of pierces in, and you can all hear like a trickle of blood leaking off the dagger as Uli picks you up or
Snack,
drags you away.
What the fuck? You don't. What would Idris think?
Snakk looks around and moves his bracers down, and you can see, like along his shoulder and arm, you can see like scars, and you kind of notice that there are like scales missing.
Did he hurt you?
Yes,
Did he hurt your family?
we should leave this place.
I let go of the grapple.
Okay.
Holly zooms up to the plateau again to grab her dagger and puts it in her pocket.
Okay. Yeah, you've got that. So Graygut wasn't lying. This does look like a dead end. Your obvious exits here are the sort of shrine archway on top of the plateau. Also, farther up the dead flush, there is a giant dam, a blockage of bones and filth that are clogging this thing, causing the water to just be a small trickle instead of its usual current.
Investigation.
You want to investigate the shrine or the wall?
I'll investigate the shrine since I'm up there grabbing my dagger.
Okay.
I got a 13 for investigation.
Yeah, so it's a fairly small room. It looks like a little chapel, except everything in here is kind of like broken and also filthy. You can see Graygut had been living here for a little while. There's like little pieces of food and like half-eaten bugs and stuff laying around. There are 4 statues in little alcoves on the walls, but each of the statues has their head broken off. And there is, in the front of the room, there's a wall with an inscription on it, and there's a skeleton kneeling there, holding up one of its hands towards the inscription, but the hand is holding a loincloth, like soiled by Graygut.
Nice.
Can I read the inscription?
Yeah,
I know Dwarvish, Common, and that's it.
then no.
I will read it.
Can I get up here? Hey, Bert, I see an inscription. You know how to read things. It's not Dwarvish or Common.
I love an inscription.
Get up here.
Okay. Bert, can you read everything?
Obviously.
I can read most things, and also I have tongues. If
Tongues.
I can read common, dwarvish, elvish, gnomish, giant, halfling, and orc.
Yeah, so you can read this. This is written in giant,
Of all things.
of all things.
He just like reached down into the mountain with a crayon.
Yeah. Basically, this explains the purpose of this structure that you're in, this whole mountain thing that you've been adventuring through. Mm-hmm. This is a tomb for the person who designed it, a trap maker and an architect, and a giant. Designed this place to be his final resting place. The inscription beneath says, "If you expected congratulations, you've misinterpreted the purpose of this temple to suffering. Know that what lies ahead is designed to punish. If you seek to rob my grave, you will be either worthy by divine right or lucky enough to be a friend of death itself." There's also, among the context of the inscription, you gather that these statues are family members of the person who designed this place. The heads were broken off recently, it looks like. It mentions in the text of the inscription that the architect's younger brother is the only one worthy of visiting his tomb. He's the only one who knew how to keep a secret.
Is it clear which of the statues is like who, like the little brother and such without the head?
Give me an investigation.
I'm going to make my way up there
Okay.
and start looking around and poking around the bones and the skeletons.
Yeah,
My
you see
way
Bert
up there.
looking through the different statues up there.
Can I investigate the skellies?
I got an 8.
Okay. Yeah, Bert, without the heads on them, it's really hard to tell like what the age range of each of these is supposed to be.
Do I get any sort of advantage or anything?
The skeleton specifically, I'll give you an advantage on.
Okay. Let's see if that helps. Nope. 12.
Okay. You try to do that like memory read thing where you can see little ghostly visions of their recent past. What you get is that this skeleton was an adventurer seeking treasure and glory here, made it about halfway through, and was praying for some kind of way out and thought that this was his answer. But it's more of a message of antagonism from the creator.
Okay. I'm getting that these skeletons aren't all family members.
No, these are
Yeah.
people, grave robbers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Holly's gonna message telepathy, Uli and Snakk and be like, we're checking things out up here, but why don't you guys look around the cavern a little more?
What are we looking for?
Any way forward, any way out, anything.
Yeah, if I'm not getting anything in the shrine, I'm going to go up to the bone dam.
Okay.
Ugh.
Bert's gonna cast locate object to try to find some statue heads.
Nice. Okay.
I guess I'll poke through rubble.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it this way. Bert, you find 2 statue heads in that room. One of them was sort of located in the rectum of the skeleton.
Why?
It looks to be an old lady, and then you find another one that looks to be an old man. Uli, digging through this bone dam, you're just trying to see like exactly how much effort it's going to take to clear this blockage. And as you're moving like filthy, disgusting bones and stuff out of the way, probably like using magic as much as possible to not touch this stuff. But as you're clearing it, you see a round thing like roll down the bone dam, and you see like a statuette head of a young man roll onto the floor.
Found a head.
Is it a young dude?
Yeah.
Oh, this might be it. Oh, how do we get it up there?
It's not that big.
Okay.
I will carry it.
Okay. That would have been a fun natural one.
Good
throw.
move, Uli.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Carrying it.
I'm super strong right now. I'm maxed out.
You are able to carry it up onto the plateau and match the break against the statues that are in that room, and you find what is obviously intended to be a younger looking statue.
So do all the statues have their heads now?
One is missing a head, but you're pretty confident that you found the younger brother.
Snack.
This might be the only one we need.
What is it, Uli?
Do you see any heads?
Snakk was staring down at Graygut most of this time.
We are going to talk about that later, but I'm not mad at you. Can you help us find a head, please?
I will look for this head.
A statue head.
Yes.
Yes. Not the heads of kobolds that you hate.
All right, investigate. Got 21. Looking
Okay.
for a statue head.
Yeah, I think you find what used to be a statue head, but it's just like crumbled into very small pieces. This one looks like it was tossed around in that cathedral room a lot.
I believe it is over here, Uli. It is in pieces.
Do you think they played Hawk Rocks with it?
Yeah, potentially, yes, Uli.
I thought this guy might be the only one we need. He's the only one who's, according... Wait, how did I learn that? That he's the only one who...
That he's the only one that the architect even wanted to like visit his tomb.
Was his
Okay.
brother?
Yeah.
So yeah, you've identified which one is the younger brother, but you don't know what's special about it quite yet.
We gathered the other heads. Did we put the other 2 on the statue?
Yeah. Also, I would have tried to gather as much of the other head as possible.
Yeah, you've got like all the big pieces of it. There might be
Okay.
some like little pebbles missing, but
And if Tibbs can mend it.
Yeah. I'm going to cast mending on the head pieces.
okay. You want to like actually mend them back to the statues? Yeah.
Yes, I
you-
will do that.
You refuse all of the heads?
Sure.
You refuse
Yeah.
them.
You
I
refuse,
refuse.
them.
I shake my head to the heads.
Yeah.
No.
No.
They have been reassembled and look pristine, but again, no big reveal, no real movement here.
Everyone, I was thinking of maybe sitting and trying to detect if there is any magic about, but it will take me some time if you want to explore. Otherwise, if someone else can do it faster, that is an option. I think 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
While you guys are talking, Tibio's bone dog slips out and just starts walking around the room.
Snakk takes out his magic item dowsing rod.
Oh yeah, okay.
I think I can look for something, Tibio. Magic, you say?
Yes, if there is anything in this room that is maybe hidden, or if there is a magical spot that we have not seen yet.
Snakk, you go to turn on your dowsing rod, and it's out of batteries.
Oh, dang.
You forgot to charge it.
You turn it on, and you feel like a really strong pull aiming straight towards Tibio. And it's like really hard to pull it off of him. And when you do, it sort of magnetizes in Uli's direction.
Everybody out. I cannot do this with you all here. You're all so magical.
Holly zooms out.
Thanks, Snack.
Holly zooms out on her broom, and she's gonna go try to look at the top of the dam on her broom and
Yeah.
investigate up there. But you can finish what
Yeah.
Snakk was doing.
Okay. With everyone out of the room, Snakk, you have to really, really focus, and you get like the tiniest like signal coming from the young statue.
I approach it.
It seems to be pointing like kind of right at the statue's loins.
I poke it with a dowsing rod.
The loins begin to grow. No, no effect there.
Snakk can figure this out.
Erecting a statue.
That's what that
Name of the
means.
episode.
So I'm going to take out my crowbar and I'm going to scratch, like try to see if there's like anything to get into.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you can scratch at it hard enough to cause little chips and scrapes in it, but it doesn't seem like it's hollow or like it's concealing anything inside of it. Would you like a description of the statue?
Yes.
Okay. It is a cloaked young man. So it's like most of the statue is just like rippled, folded cloak over his shoulders. You can see one hand is kind of out in front of his chest and almost like a regal sort of like salute or like mid-bow or something. But you can see his other hand is underneath his cloak behind his back.
Okay. Snakk tries to crawl under his legs and look up underneath the cloak.
Yeah. You're pretty big these days, but you're able to like stick your kind of like draconic neck underneath the cloak and like worm your way up there. You see that he is holding a incredibly detailed carved stone pouch in his hand behind his back.
Perfect. Snakk can do this. Yes. I'm going to pull out my thieves' tools and try to like remove this pouch.
Okay. Yeah, it's like a large part of the pouch is like connected to the rest of the statue. So like removing this entire pouch is kind of a feat.
Okay.
Without doing a lot of damage here. So if you wanted, you could snap off the whole thing, but that's the decision point you've come to.
Yes. Snap off.
Okay. Yeah, you stick the crowbar in there and just pry it until the whole pouch just pops off. And now you have the pouch.
All right. I'm going to slither out from under his legs and then come running up to the rest of the group.
Okay.
Here, I have discovered this magic item.
Ooh, what's in the bag?
I don't know.
Did you break the statue that is made of stone, Snakk?
Yes.
I don't think that there is anything in it. It's just stone, right?
Shake it.
I shake it.
You shake it and you hear a little kind of metallic rattle on the inside. Looking in the top of the pouch, you can see like a glint of metal inside. The thing that's in there is too large to get out of the opening in the stone bag.
This is no problem. I set it on the ground and take out the crowbar and I'm whack, 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 whack.
Yeah, it only takes a strike or two to smash through the stone. And then as you bring up your crowbar again, whatever was in there has disappeared. You can't see it anymore. The rest of you can see attached to Snack's crowbar is this small metallic disc that is just stuck to the crowbar.
Oh, good job, Snack.
Snakk has not noticed and he's looking around frantically with his arm raised.
Oh, I see. Yes, I meant for this to happen.
What is that?
This is my crowbar, and it is now imbued with something.
May I, Snakk?
You don't have your own crowbar, Bert?
I don't.
Well, yes, of course. Friends borrow.
Probably Cobalt 101, but
It's quite all right. You're new at this. Here you go.
And I give him the crowbar.
Bird casts Identify on the disc.
Okay. This is a mundane metal that has been enchanted with a very mundane enchantment.
Oh, this is hardly worth my time.
It has been magicked to be magnetic.
Well, this isn't normal magnets, which we all know how those work. This is magic.
Do you want to pry it off of the crowbar? That seems a little ironic.
It does, doesn't it? If only I had a second crowbar.
Okay, well, while they're doing that, Holly's exploring the dam up top.
Okay, yeah. The top of the dam is definitely thinner. You can see a slow trickle of water. Holly, you would assume that if you guys moved this, that there would be a considerable flow coming down this tunnel of very gross water.
Can I see anything in the, like, opening beyond, or is it too dark?
Give me investigation.
11.
It's pretty dark up that tunnel, but you can see a very faint violet light farther up.
All right. Holly zooms back down to Crowbar Bert.
I'm going to try and take it off of the crowbar.
Yeah, we'll have you and Bert work together, and you're able to pull the quite powerful magnet off of the crowbar.
I do have maxed out strength, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's so difficult that we'd have to roll for it, but you're able to yank it off of there.
All right, what do we do with this?
Is there a lot of metal in this room?
Not really.
Are there any in the shrine? Are any of the walls like special looking, like symbols or?
Where they're less detailed.
Yeah. No, not really. The inscription was the only detail in that room, but even like knocking on that, you can tell it's solid stone.
All right, let's break this dam down.
Yeah, how do you guys want to go about that?
You think that's where his grave is?
I mean, that's the only other way.
Has this pile of bones and detritus always been there?
Let's clear that up. Snakk,
Yeah.
you are very close to where your actual den is, where you used to live. You know that the Dead Flush, the beginning of it, starts in the arena. And that's what you are close to right now. If you go farther up this tunnel, you'll find the arena and then your den, where your actual home is. And that's kind of like the heart of your civilization here.
Beyond the dam?
Beyond the dam, yeah. This dam was not always here. Not that you spent any time in the Dead Flush, really, but this wasn't here before.
If we go further, we will find more of the brood. Are we sure we need to head this way?
It seems to be the only way.
Yeah, sorry. Do you not want to see them?
I am not sure. I was not prepared for this. I was wondering if I can seem like something else.
Well, then they're going to think I'm you the whole time, so that probably wouldn't be good.
Do you think I would be able to modify whatever seeming is on? I could change
think
you
so.
guys a little bit if you want.
I mean, I can look slightly less like Snakk.
I'm making you pinker.
Okay.
You all hear a little bit of cacophony as Emery is beginning to scrape and pull at the bones to break down the dam a little bit.
Yeah, I'm going to use necromancy to start pulling away chunks of bones.
Yeah, okay. You're pulling away like enormous like spheres of bones at once.
They're just like rippling away, like,
yeah, and like organizing on the walls.
yeah, they're getting sorted by body.
These
Yeah.
are all tibias.
He's reconstructing them.
Do you have a preference? Just not you?
I will stay this way for now.
Are you sure?
Snakk, you're like 3/4 of the way to Dragon. You're far more impressive than you were when we first met you.
Do you
Oh.
think so, Bert? 3/4 the way? That's almost there.
By my calculations.
Well, just let me know.
Thank you, Uli.
That's what friends are for. I'm going to help pull on the bones.
Yeah, Emery starts to like back up and run away as the flood begins to pour out of the dam breakage. When Tibio pulls away another big chunk of bones, he like skitters over in his kobold form up to the tattered cloth and holds onto it so as not to get his ankles wet.
Oh, that's foul.
Yeah, it's not great. But after the initial kind of like deluge and rush of water here, it levels off to something manageable where you guys can mostly walk outside of the water.
I leave a little bone path that's a little bit higher up so that
Yeah.
we can walk on that without getting wet.
Just actively building docks down there with bones.
So what's next, Snakk? What do we have up ahead?
We are approaching the arena, and beyond that, if memory serves, we should find some kobold dwellings.
The arena, huh?
You guys find like a tangential offshoot from this natural cavern into another constructed tunnel that leads forward. Snakk, you know that this is the way to the arena. You also warn them that at the end of this tunnel that there is a pressure plate in the ground, and if you stand on it, it slams closed the iron portcullis that closes off the arena.
Right.
There are a couple other traps that you are very well aware of in the arena that we'll get to later on. You all begin moving down this long, dark tunnel of skillfully carved stone punctuated by chunky pillars along the walls. Who is leading this group right now?
I will take point on this.
Holly tucked her broom. She's walking now
Yeah.
that we got out of the dam area, and she's back not flying and to hide her broom again. Okay. I would also say, like, can you give us a scale of the rooms we're in? Are they like, would you say giant sized? Or are they small caverns?
They're actually really not. This place doesn't look like it was designed for a giant to be in. This hall is probably 8-foot tall ceilings, so not that far above Snack's head, really.
Okay.
It's fairly cramped, I would say, the feeling of this place. It's a narrow hallway. Snakk, give me a perception check as you walk through this tunnel.
10.
Okay. You feel a sudden tingling, and you hear a brief burst of static. The rest of you can see this weak flash of purple light as Snakk has stepped through a single spiderweb strand, and when he touched it, it broke, and Snakk, you could feel your connection to magic cease for a flash when you stepped into it. You lost your connection to Genie. You felt sort of sick and mundane for a second, and then it came racing back to you.
Oh, that was a funny step. These webs are new, I think.
Boy.
More of those webs. What if I take point on this one?
I suppose, Bert.
Oh, yeah, you weren't affected, right?
I don't think so. I'm going to pull out Brain Gore to chop down any webs along our way.
Emery, help him out.
He kind of looks forward nervously and he says, okay. He takes out his longsword as well and is kind of like level with Bert, just sort of like lazily swinging it up and down as he moves forward.
Can we get an indication of, are these webs newer and fresher than the ones we saw before?
They are. The few that you see in here, and there's just a couple strands, are glowing with a neon violet light until they snap, and then they turn into that sort of dead pale purple.
Are there any like holes like off the main tunnel here that I can see?
This looks like a solid construction tunnel. There's no tangents or openings.
Ahead seems to be the only way.
You guys come upon that pressure plate.
Yes. See, there are a few of these out and about, especially in the arena, so be careful when you step on it. It does this, and then...
Snakk steps on it, and you see these 12 iron bars with points on them just like rocket into the floor from the ceiling above and close the way.
Ahead of us or behind us?
Ahead of you.
Okay.
You step off of the platform, and the bars retract and open the way again.
Curious.
How far apart are the bars?
Close enough that a kobold would not be able to slip through them, as was often the case when Snakk was young. You see, the kobolds would be forced through this tunnel in groups, and the group behind them would step on the plate to make sure the group in front of them couldn't backtrack.
Rude.
What a scary way to live, Snakk. I cannot imagine how it feels to be back here.
Yes, we should keep moving. Did you hear anything back there?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Well, we better keep a move on. Watch out for these, though.
I'm going to watch behind us a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, you don't see any movement behind you.
Holly's looking for any tunnels as we walk along, like a way to be stealthy and not just full frontal approach. Like,
Well, you're kind of like at the exit of this tunnel now, Holly, without having any options for other movement. However, there is just silence when you are looking out into this room. It is very bright with violet neon light coming down from the ceiling. You can see these strands of webs crisscrossing the room everywhere. It is rife with them.
Does it feel very no magic?
Yeah, it feels like even being in this room, you can feel this like dampening that promises to weaken any of your attempts at magic here. Touching them yields that kind of static shock effect that makes you unable to cast at all.
Can I try and do a little snap firebolt,
Sure.
like right next to one?
Yeah.
Just to get a spark?
Just to like ignite it, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you're able to set one of the strands alight, and it burns pretty readily.
Okay, but doesn't spread.
No, it's not very thick down where you guys are. It's
Okay.
a lot thicker up higher.
So we just have to make it through this place called the arena, and then we're at your home, Snakk.
Right, yes.
Everybody good?
Oh, boy.
So you four just stay away from the webs, and maybe we'll walk through here and nothing will happen.
All right.
So you have all stepped into the arena. This is set up like a hexagonal amphitheater that you are now in the center of in the lowest point. Looking around, if you imagine a hexagon, 3 of the sides are stairways leading up, and 3 of the sides are walls that are high platforms. Snakk, you also know that there is a chain dangling from the center of this room about 15 feet up. If you pull down on that chains, it causes flames to spill out from these pillars placed around the room. You know that there are also, up on the platforms, there are pressure plates that if you step on one, it sends a giant column to squish the other 2 platforms. The webs are incredibly thick higher up until it just becomes a sort of luminous blur of neon purple light, but there is otherwise no action in here.
I do not like this. These webs are new, I believe.
Let's just keep moving.
Yes.
And we'll get to your home.
Yeah, how do we get out of here?
Snakk, looking forward, kind of from where you guys came in, you can see that there's another iron portcullis, but something is on the pressure plate, keeping it sealed down there. There's a lot of rubble in that tunnel. It looks like there was almost an intentional cave-in.
We need to get that gate open over there.
Oh, but it's blocked.
How far across is it?
Across the arena? Mm-hmm. Like 30 feet.
Oh, it's pretty small.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will run over to the other side, and then when I get to the other side, slow down.
Okay. I need you to make and forever, when anyone moves in this room, I need you to make a dex save to not collide with webs.
Oof. 21.
That succeeds.
The more webs we run into and destroy, the less webs there are, right?
True. Yeah, Snakk, you're able to kind of dodge above and underneath the webs that are in your way.
Okay. Is the pressure plate inside the arena, or is it on the outside?
It's like a mirror of what you came from. So the one you're looking at is a closed portcullis, and then the pressure plate is behind that, being stuck down by rubble.
And it's over 30 feet away.
The pressure plate, it's only like 15 feet inside the gate there.
Okay, I'm gonna get close enough to it so that I can Misty step to the other side of the portcullis to get to that pressure plate.
Okay. Give me a dex check as you move.
That would be 5.
Okay. Tibio, you immediately step into a web, and you can feel this sort of like static burn in your mind, and you are disconnected from your magic. Your bones just kind of fall all around you immediately.
Oh, no.
And you tumble like ass over tea kettle into more webs, and you become completely wrapped and bound. These things are like sticking to you.
Help! Help! Somebody help!
Oh, Tib. Oh, okay. I'll try to help.
Bert, you move towards Tibio and give me a dexterity check.
19.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to dodge all of the webs on your way over to Tibio. When you get there, Tibio disappears before your eyes as he is pulled straight upwards.
No!
Whoa.
Fuck.
Blah. Tibio, he went up there.
The air becomes soft and quiet. You all notice a few lines of neon light begin to buzz and blur as you hear this plucked, distorted, high-pitched whine. The chaotic plucking and distortion swells into a storm of melodic noise. You hear a familiar echoing voice. Snakk, I'm surprised you came back for an encore.
Oh, no.
The trouble is, I'm not so much into collecting stories anymore. I'm more into ending them. Graygut, close the portcullis. Graygut.
Graygut has been killed, stabbed by this here dagger, and I feel a need to stab you too. Wait, let me try that again.
Not bad.
Yes.
You see a lot of the webs start to blur and distort. Lysander is so fast on these webs.
Well,
He goes right up to where Tibio disappeared, and he says, I suppose I can start with a small appetizer.
Don't you touch him.
Roll initiative.
Oh.
16.
15.
It's 11.
What'd you get, Tib?
7 total.
And Uli?
5.
in his webs, Lysander is incredibly quick and difficult to hit for all of the blockages up there. It will not be easy to strike Lysander while he is high in the webs. While you guys are in this lower section, you're going to need to make dex saves every time that you move and every time that you make a dex save for another reason. Anytime you try to dodge something, there's a chance that you'll walk into the webs.
Great.
You can, at any point, use your action to clear all of the webs on you.
Do you still get a bonus action if you do that as your action?
Yep.
Okay.
First up, we have Snakk.
Okay, so I ran into webs before entering the arena. Do
Yeah.
I have any? Do I notice any effects right now?
No, you were able to clear that off, and as soon as you did, that static burn stopped.
Well, I am going to start off with a good old hex
Okay.
on Lysander. Ability checks, I will say dexterity.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use Eldritch Blast. We're starting off with the 14 to hit.
That does not hit Lysander. Sorry, you have disadvantage on this attack.
Right. Oof. Okay, that one's going to miss too. And then third attack. 25
25 hits.
on the third one. Okay. So 18.
You hex Lysander, and he momentarily brings his attention to you. He was crawling towards Tibio, and you can see he has changed from what you have seen last time. His torso is about the size of a horse, but you can see these little spherical pustules all over his body. His arachnid limbs are twice as long as you'd expect them to be, and they're like spined on the ends, like they have sharp tips. He also has these neon like centipede legs, like the little tiny like phalanges that are growing off of his actual spider legs. It almost makes him look like a centipede and a spider at the same time.
Awesome. Okay.
Why would you do this to me?
It's skittering across the webs at maximum velocity and stops right in front of Tibio and like rears back its spider legs to stab into him, and then it catches your hex, and then it looks down at you, and you see these two Eldritch Blasts sort of fade out as they shoot towards him, and then he just smirks down at you, and the third one catches him right in the cheek, and it like turns his head and he looks back down at you. He starts to slowly descend, taking his attention away from Tibio.
Great.
Bert.
Oh, no, it's me. How high above us is Lysander?
We'll say he's 60 feet up.
I'll just do this. Should have done it earlier. But I will cast Bless on.
Bless this mess.
Place on.
Bless this mess.
Thomas, you have to say who.
Uh,
He's just like pointing.
He's like, what are your names?
You get a
Damn.
bless. You get a bless.
I know I've seen you guys.
He
before.
cast Bless on Tim.
No, it'll be on the 5 of us. And using my bonus action, I will blast my book up to protect Tibio.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you all see the book like rocket like up through the webs, just kind of like snapping them as it goes, and then it gets right in front of Tibio. And Tibio, it just like opens its pages on you, and you just see like it's talking about when you guys had dinner with Uli's parents.
Oh, how nice.
Go, but go.
Next up is Holly.
Oh crap! I'm gonna burn this shit down. I'm gonna cast Wall of Fire.
Okay.
I can create a wall of fire on a solid surface within range, which is 120 feet. So I was trying to think like, okay, maybe I can just do a straight wall across and try to make a path sort of to the other side.
Yeah.
And then just try to, if the webs all fall then to the side, we can kind of clear a middle path.
And I believe you can do this in a ring too, which would be best for this case.
Would it be
Yeah,
better?
for volume's sake.
Okay, I'll do a ring then instead.
Can you make it a hexagon?
Yeah.
I'm not a spell shaper.
Yeah, you create a roaring ring of fire. Are you in the center of this or on the outside of it?
No, I'm staying on the outside.
Okay.
I didn't move on purpose.
Right. Okay.
Is there a perfect song for this moment?
Yeah. A scorching circle of flames.
And it's hot, hot, hot.
Starts up in the middle of the room, and you see the flame, or you see the webs immediately kind of ignite and begin to melt, and you can watch the flames kind of like trace up these webs. It gets about halfway up this room in the center, and then you see all of the webs like pulse with violet light, and you can see Lysander like wrapping his legs around the webs and like yanking on them and charging them with something, and the fires die out before it reaches too high.
Oh, sneaky.
The fires die.
The middle center of this room is completely
That is-
clear, but it doesn't go up very high.
Okay.
Anything else from Holly?
Is it clear now to move?
Yes, in that middle part.
Okay. I think Holly's going to stay where she is for now and just use the tunnel we were in as sort of like back away if needed for protection. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Tib, it is your turn.
All right. I'm up in the webbing.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my action to remove that webbing. No. Ugh, yuck. Ugh, get off of me. And scrapes all of the webs off.
You are still touching the webs and cannot use magic. You are suspended by the webs. That's the only thing you've got to hold on to up here.
I'm going to scrape off the webs, grab the book, and jump.
Okay, yeah. You all see Tibio like spiraling like on his way down, and the book
like
is
a parasail.
the book is like collecting webs and shielding you from hitting them, and you kind of loft to the floor and land with a not so graceful thunk.
Do I still have my bonus action?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to cast Spirit Shroud
Okay,
at a 4th level.
that leads us to Uli if Tibio is finished.
Uli, as a bonus action, I am switching my patch to the Snakk patch.
Okay,
I'm going to firebolt Lysander.
okay,
I don't think I've stepped into the arena yet.
okay. So you're just like in the doorway.
Yeah.
kind of? Yeah,
I would like to like aim up at him through webs, if that makes sense.
yeah. You'll have disadvantage on this as he's still up in his webs.
Okay. All right. Natural 1.
Oof. Okay, yeah. The firebolt just kind of like falls out of your hand and like lands on the floor, and you're just like stomping it out, kind of thing.
Cool.
Next up is Lysander. Lysander creeps across his webs, goes kind of towards the middle of this place, and then goes a little high up. And you can see him reach out these arachnid legs, and he can almost span the entire room from edge to edge. And he just grabs like random points on each of the webs, and then you kind of hear this like distorted like as he starts to like strum on one of the strings up there. And then with all 8 of his arachnid legs, he begins to pluck all of them, and it becomes this like cacophonous, distorted, somewhat melodic, but also haunting and nauseating wave of noise. Everyone is taking thunder damage straight up.
Okay.
That is 20 thunder damage to everyone in the room. You can just feel this whole place rumble as you get this ear-splitting headache that almost causes you to fall into the webs. You then hear the room go completely silent. And Lysander says, "Who's ready for their solo?" Next up is Emery. You hear this long kind of like shing as he takes out his long sword, like holds it above his head, still in kobold form. And you see the kind of spirit jump out from him and wreath around his sword, and the sword begins to glow a bright yellow.
Yay.
And Emery like does this big arc with it, and this yellow slash of energy goes sailing up towards Lysander, cutting webs in its path. Cool. Not a great attempt there. You see the arc just kind of start to tilt in an unexpected way as if caught by the wind and just diffuses into the webs. That brings us back to Snakk.
I tire of this webbing.
Snakk, as soon as you talk during Lysander's dread solo, there is an eruption from your mouth and you are exploded and you go sailing across the room. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
That's going to be an 8.
That is 16 thunder damage through your resistance, as this, like, your words that you speak become extraordinarily loud and send you flying across the room up against a wall. The noise kind of returns to this room after that. It seems the solo is over.
Oh.
Well, that sucked. I'm going to use my brimstone cloak to misty step up to the chain.
Okay.
And I'm going to pull on it.
Okay. Yeah, your body weight is sufficient to pull down the chain. I need everyone who is in the middle to make a dex save.
15.
21.
Okay. Bert takes full damage. Tibio takes half damage.
Rude.
Yeah.
I super dodged.
You did have a good dodge. That is 22 full fire damage and 11 half fire damage.
Everyone watch out.
These pillars run floor to ceiling with these brassy pipes that have little slits in them. Snakk, when you pull down on this chain, you hear something click and then it starts to like pull the chain back up slowly. But in the interim, all of these vents start to open, and you see this blurry heat start to come out of it, and then they ignite with flames, and it just sears everything in the center of this room, much worse than that wall of fire did. Lysander is forced off to the side and has to make a dex save, which he fails and takes 22 fire damage.
Well, that went surprisingly well.
Yeah, Snakk, you're safe from your position on the chain. It's just a little toasty.
All right, I'm just swinging. Yep, on the chain.
Okay.
Smiling.
Yeah, the flames die out. You all see Lysander like pull on his webs again to stop the burn from spreading. You can tell he's, in game terms, he's using his reaction to do so. Bert, it's your turn. Just coughing out ash and smoke.
Is Lysander still up there?
Yeah, he is. He's just in the outer ring of the webs.
I'm going to use Healing Word to top myself up.
Okay. It's a bonus action, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I get 10 HP back. Then I'm going to hit Lysander with a Sacred Flame.
Okay.
Calling down a Divine Flame. He has to make a dex check. Dex save.
Wow. Lysander has incredible dexterity. That is a 15.
I think that's a fail. Yep. 16 is my DC.
Okay, yeah. He rolled extremely poorly.
Okay. 16 damage.
Okay. Like, as you're casting Bert, he looks down at you and says, he's like, your flames aren't going to work. Nothing's going to work. You're all going to die here. And you cast up a sacred flame at him, and he just goes, it's not going to... And he just, like, skitters away from them. You can tell that this is eating through him, this radiant damage.
Damn.
Do we all notice this?
Yeah, he is afraid of that shit. He skitters away to a different side of the webs, leaving him with just one little corner left where he can hide up there.
I'd have a satisfying quip, but I see what happened to Snakk last time.
That leaves us to Holly.
Uli, I don't think our magic is going to be very good here, but those crushy pillars, I mean, what do you do with spiders? You crush them, right?
Oh, yeah, stomp him.
So maybe we need to get him to get to one of those pillars while one of us does the button.
I think it's a plan.
Is Lysander near one of the pillars right now?
Yeah, he's kind of like hovering above one of those pillar platform things.
Okay. Holly's gonna cast Sunbeam. A beam of brilliant light flashes from your hand in a 5-foot wide, 60-foot long line. Damn. You got to make a Constitution saving throw.
15. So this would be against your spell save, 15, which he passed.
Dang it. Oh, wait, he takes some damage, though, still, I think. On a successful save, it takes half as much damage and isn't blinded by the spell.
Okay.
He takes 10 radiant damage.
Okay.
And then I was hoping to try to clear out some webbies while I cast that, too.
Yeah, you see a lot of the webs begin to like smolder and weaken. So it's less of like they ignite, but you can see them kind of like almost like holding a magnifying glass to it. They slowly begin to break and detach and burn. You see that radiant damage. This sunlight pours over Lysander, and you see him begin to scream again and skitters as if you had just uncovered a spider beneath a rock. But he like scrambles out of the way and goes lower onto the platform. You also see him like throw his hands around his torso, like to cover himself, almost like to cover his skin from the burns. When he gets down and closer to all of you, you can tell that these spherical pustules on his body are small eyeballs.
Oh, that is so gross.
He is covered with eyes and has lost his goddamn mind, and the eyes are all shut tight away from the sunlight.
Eyeballs, huh?
Eyeballs.
Eyeballs.
Y'all.
I feel bad for him.
That's so gross.
I don't.
Tibio's turn.
Okay. I am going to be across from him so that he's facing me. I'm facing the pillar area,
Yeah.
so I don't want him to try and get anywhere else. Two can play at that game. And I whip out my lute and I give it a couple strums and I go, and I cast Dissonant Whispers at a 5th level.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he has to make a wisdom saving throw.
12.
Fails.
Okay.
He takes 3d6 psychic damage plus another 4d6 for it being level 5.
Wow.
Damn.
In addition, my spirit shroud
Ah, yeah.
gives me 2d8 of the type, I will choose Radiant.
Oh my god. Okay. Let's keep that separate then.
choice.
So many dice.
Okay. 20 psychic damage.
Damn.
So my hum scares the shit out of him. And then my birds that are floating around my head start dive bombing him for 8 radiant damage.
Okay. So 16 on that.
You know, spiders are more afraid of you than you are of them.
That's true.
So this is a perfect example.
Yeah, you see Lysander like back up all the way until he's got like half of his legs are pressed up against the wall and sort of like curled in on himself, and then the other legs are like up toward his head, and he's trying to like cover his ears, and he's just like rapidly shaking back and forth and squirming and shouting. You can tell that he is beyond bloodied and scared shitless. Next up is Uli.
Can I see a platform from where I am?
Yes.
Dimension door to the platform.
Okay. Yeah, you just kind of appear on, we'll say that Lysander is, on the northeast platform, and you just kind of appear on the northwest platform. You can see a couple times that his spider appendages come dangerously close to the pressure plate. That would cause it to drop on you. Give me a dex check on your way up there to see if you collide with any webs.
Natural 1.
Oof. Okay.
Fucking
Yeah.
kidding me.
Uli, you are... you get like right up to the pressure plate and you're right in front of it, and you become tangled in webs, and like you're just trying to like get a foot onto it to cause this thing to squish, and you're just like leaning forward, and you see on the other side Lysander is like scrabbling and trying to back away from you, and is like slamming down his little arachnid legs everywhere, and you see it just barely miss the pressure plate like a bunch of times.
And I'm like restrained.
Yeah, you're essentially like hanging, like leaning over the pressure plate, just waiting for your body weight to drop onto this thing. Is there anything?
Can I rage?
Yes.
She's so angry.
Yeah. You use your rage. I mean, because this is a pretty frustrating situation to be in. Mm-hmm. You use your rage, and you see whenever Lysander was putting out those flames, you could see him charge his webs, and they would glow extra bright for a second, and the flames would stop. You start glowing in the same way, charging the webs around you, and they start to smolder, and then they burn and snap, and you fall face forward, taking 3 bludgeoning damage onto the pressure plate.
Face first into the plate.
Mm-hmm.
Because I raged, I auto surge and get a spell. If I'm not restrained by magic damps anymore.
You're not anymore. However, as soon as you hit that
yeah.
pressure plate, you all hear a big click that echoes throughout this place, and a rush of air that you can all feel no matter where you are in this room. And then your teeth hurt as soon as these things collide with the ground. It is so loud. Just one stone as these things hit the ground. They fall at the exact same pace, even though one of them has Lysander underneath it. It just doesn't care about him. And he pops. And
Oh, gross.
every piece of Lysander is on the outside of this pillar now, just in different directions.
Yuck.
Uli, what do you do with your magic?
I'm going to surge first.
Okay.
For the next minute, any flammable object I touch that isn't being worn or carried by another creature bursts into flames.
What the?
All right.
Okay.
Topical.
Yeah.
So I feel like I would just
Run around.
run around.
Okay.
And also firebolt
Okay.
as I'm doing it. 'Cause I don't know. I'm just getting rid of webs. Also, I can use flame breath as, I don't know.
Okay, yeah. Uli just turns into a volcano and scorches down every last bit of web in this room. But before you're finished with your work, Uli, Genie pops out, being a little less timid now that the webs have been cleared. And he just goes, wait. He gets right in front of Uli and grabs the last bit of webs off the wall. He says, I have an idea. And he hovers over to Holly, and he kind of... No, with the... just...
Well, yeah,
I don't know how to do it. You can...
I don't know. I mean, I can try.
But I think he's going to love them. Just give it a shot. He pulls away, and he looks at Holly and says, okay, ready? Get the weave thread. And Holly, Genie has asked you to wrap your weave thread and sort of braid it with this neon spider web. Mm-hmm. You kind of hold the webs and begin to wrap your weave thread around as Genie is like pulling away on the webs and also charging them with his own magic. When you're finished, he pulls away 3 golden threads, and he moves over to Tibio, and he says, do you want to restring your lute? I had an idea.
Sure, of course. And I pull out my lute.
These webs have some pretty good, let's call it melody magic.
Oh, that's amazing.
This is some Kubo shit.
Yeah.
He helps you restring your lute. It now has 3 golden strings.
Sick.
Cute.
This is basically like you get 3 strings to use, and you choose how you want to use them here. You can spend 1 string to cast Daylight and Thunderwave at the same time. You can use 1 string to cause a target to become wreathed in golden flame, changing all of their damage to radiant.
Like an ally?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Oh.
Or you can use 2 strings to grant everyone within 10 feet advantage on their next attack.
Wow.
With 3 strings, you'll be able to do that once per day and then still have 1 other string left over. And something else, just an idea I had. Holly, I've got this one. He grabs a little like remaining piece of web and just kind of like pulls on it. He takes one of his thumbs and he like sticks it into Snack's scales, and then he starts walking around Snakk in a circle, and you see the web change from violet and sort of magic dampening to a bright crimson red. Snakk, we're going to call these your crimson streaks. While flying, you move at 4 times flying speed.
Fuck.
What the fuck?
What?
You just get racing stripes?
Yeah.
Damn.
Do these actually make me faster, Genie? I feel faster.
In this case, they do.
Wow.
Lysander was pretty quick, and, well, we squished him, so now you're pretty quick.
Thank you, Genie.
Thank you. I hated that bug.
Nice craftsmanship. And Holly's like checking out the streaks on the side of the scales.
Just got a racing stripe.
Snakk, that's 2 of your enemies dead in one day. How do you feel?
3rd time's the charm. Let's keep this going.
No one else feels bad a little bit?
No.
For Lysander?
Yeah.
No, he was a shitty guy.
He said he didn't even want to hear one of my stories again.
Did you see all those eyeballs? Ugh.
Looking up in here, there's, of course, parts of this fight that you didn't see. There are a lot of bodies among these webs. Some of them have been like burned or dropped, but they're all just husks. But there's, probably 30, 40 of them up on the webs.
Emery, does any of this look familiar to you or to your spirit friend?
He's staring at the kind of squished guts of the Drider, and he says, "You mean the eyeballs?"
Yes, I do mean the eyeballs. It just sounded very much like your story.
I thought so too. And this guy, he didn't have these last time I met him in that other cave. Remember that?
Yes, he has changed very much since that time.
I wonder who else that creature is doing this to.
Maybe that is something that we need to go solve at some point. Ugh. Ugh. Too many spiders. Ugh.
He says, yeah, maybe. That portcullis that was closed. Tibio, you briefly Misty stepped into there.
Oh, I
you?
didn't make it that far. I got grabbed before
that's right.
I could.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
But I would like to Misty Step there.
Okay. Tibio Misty steps behind the portcullis, and you're able to clear rubble off of the pressure plate to open the gate forward. It's a tight squeeze getting through there. It looks like there was an intentional cave-in or collapse to prevent Lysander getting any further. But once you push past there, you look forward into this large natural fissure that is strung with ropes and bridges running from one wall to the other. So it's this extremely narrow but extremely tall, like 100-foot tall chasm that's maybe only 10 to 15 feet wide at any given point. And there's a bunch of like ropes and rope bridges leading from either side. And there's a bunch of tiny like pocket holes where things are living. Parts of the room are like moving in time with the trap or the intervals at which this mountain moves. And so at different times you can see like water splashing into here through like an aqueduct. At different times you can see flames being released into the room and like sulfurous like smoke and stuff. And then you hear, "Is that my block? I thought you died. Could have sworn you died."
Snakk hides behind Tibio.
You see a rather like old and like kind of powdery, scaly looking red kobold walk towards your group.
Aren't you like 3 times bigger than Tibio?
Yep.
He's staring straight down at you. He bears a striking resemblance to Snakk.
How tall is this
Kobold? He's about as tall as kobolds get, so about as tall as you, Tibio, maybe a little taller.
As gnome form or skeleform?
Gnome form. Sorry.
Okay, so he's looking up at us.
Yeah. Most of you, yeah.
Okay.
You thought I died?
You disappeared. What was I supposed to expect? You want me to come looking for you?
No.
You're all friends?
These are my allies.
Allies.
Oh, are you? I'm a kobold. Snatch.
We're all regular kobolds.
You all call me Hardtail.
Snakk. Why do they call you Block?
My name is Snakk.
Yes.
Once my name was Balak.
Balak was small, weak. Knew he wasn't going to make it, so I call him Snakk. Snakk. Snakk, you are now my oldest son.
Looks like he made it.
An heir.
An heir. And he kind of like looks behind him, and this place is like pretty like ramshackled. It's clear that they're in much worse shape than they used to, Snakk. There's maybe a fourth of the kobolds here. It says, I suppose you're going to want to meet the rest of your family. He starts gesturing to other small kobolds in the room. This is Jiki. This is Kiki. This is Threeki. He points to a few more and says, this is 4, 5, and 7. And this is Martin. Everyone, this is your oldest brother, Snakk. Balak.
Wow, there's more of you than there are Nisses.
That's pretty impressive.
Kiki, 3, 4, 5, 7, and Martin.
Hello, siblings.
There's a smattering of...
My name is Snakk, and this is my other family.
Yes.
Hi.
A few of them like lean in and kind of like sniff around you, and then they like shake their heads like they smelled something bitter. And they
Holly chomps her fangs.
They look at you and they say, bad smell, kobolds.
Speak for yourselves.
Surface smell.
We had to go through a poop chute to get here.
Snakk, your father says, fun.
Yeah, it was cool.
How did you elude the spider?
Lysander has been squished.
Yeah, squished.
That was Lysander.
Yes.
It was indeed.
He grew very big.
Yes.
Something very icky happened to him. He was covered in eyes.
He killed many of us. Many.
Well, now we're your heroes because we killed him.
No.
Holly pushes one of the kobolds away with her foot because he's like the little brother is getting too close.
Yeah. Yeah, Threeki like snaps back at you. You've saved nothing. We are still slaves to the dragon.
Maybe we kill him next, eh?
Small snack. Snack for a dragon.
Have you seen him lately? Look at how dull he is.
I think that's an outdated nickname.
Some of your younger siblings are now looking at you, Snakk, and they are kind of marveling at your size. And they're just like looking up towards your father, and they say, are we going to get that big? As big as him?
I love tiny baby.
He looks down at them and he says, no, this is dark magics. He is a false.
Not dark. Golden.
Snakk stands up straight.
A lot of your siblings like go really quiet and take a couple steps back and kind of,
We know of this dragon. This is why I have returned. We must deliver justice. And I'm going to use thaumaturgy and just make my voice like boom
yeah.
with the justice line and echo.
You all see the bridges kind of shudder, and you see all of the flame vents in this room open up at the same time. You feel like this fissure might close in on you any second as the place rumbles with Snack's words.
Why so few, Father? Where are the rest of the kobolds?
They serve him.
Vikshi.
The whole room kind of like turns to look at you. You just have like kobold eyes fixed on you from every angle, and a few of them just go like,
I'm going to cast Minor Illusion and make the golden flight mark on Snack's head, like glow.
Your father, you hear him. What is this?
I too have allegiance to a dragon.
Pathetic. You think you're special. You think you're mightier than your father.
That is not important to me, whether that be true. We have come here to deal with this dragon. What can you share?
It sleeps much, much more than dragons sleep. Every night.
Are you getting this down, Bert?
Munch is getting this down, yep.
So,
Munchbert.
Munch, yes.
There is a path to the caldera. We can feel the warmth behind the door of markings, though we cannot open it. But that is where the dragon sleeps. You may go and die for all I care.
Fuck you too, Dad.
Snakk takes a close look at all his siblings. Does he notice anything about them?
They're not like dragon marked or anything. They seem like they don't know much about the world. They seem like they've been brought up in poverty and strife. We'll say Martin, the youngest, walks up to you and says,
Are you a dragon?
Not yet, Martin.
he points to your tail and just to your huge body, and he says,
But you're a dragon.
I believe Munch said 3/4 the way there, but that is a plan, Martin.
Genie is speaking to you from the lamp without making an appearance, but you can hear this rumbling, calling out from your lamp saying, maybe it is time.
What? Genie?
Let's make it official. I promised you a long time ago that I'd turn you into a dragon. Snakk, I can't do it quite yet, okay? I just need a little time. We're close. I promise. It'll happen in Vindorn.
All we have to do is deal with this dragon and survive, and then I can be a...
I'm afraid so. It's all about timing, you see? And we need to stay like this for just a little longer. But I think we should look forward to it. Snakk, I think you should choose your name. And I hope I'm not being too forward, but Snakk, I'd like to share my name with you. Would you take on my last name as part of your dragon title?
Is he proposing?
That depends entirely on what your name is.
I once told you my name is Doji Calacious. I've always thought Snackalicious has such a nice ring to it. Would you become Snackalicious for me? Thanks so much for listening. I'm Tim, your DM and your genie.
I'm Hannah, playing Holly Hyacinth.
I'm Thomas. I play Engelbert F.F. Wisherspoon.
I'm Tara, and I play Tibio Famur.
I'm John. I play Snakk the Kobold.
And I'm Maggie, playing Uli.
Hi, it's me, your genie. Thanks for listening to People Being Other People. If you want to help Master Snakk and his servants, you could make my wish come true by following us on Instagram at pbop_podcast. That's PBOP_podcast. Thank you very much.